Good morning children. As in the previous classes we have studied agro-based industries. Today we are going to discuss about the mineral-based industries. We know that industries that use minerals and metals as raw materials are called mineral-based industries. Mineral-based industries are using the metals and minerals as raw materials. The most important mineral-based industry is iron and steel industry. What is iron and steel industry? Iron and steel industry is also known as the basic industry because this industry uses or providing the other materials for the iron and steel are for providing to other industries, whether it is heavy or medium or light industries. All these industries depend mainly on the iron and steel industry. Because we know that for manufacturing any type of engineering goods or construction materials, defense, medical, telephonic, scientific equipment, etc., all this variety of goods production, we need iron and steel industry. So iron and steel industry is providing raw materials for other industries. That's why this is also known as the basic industry. We know the production and consumption of steel is often regarded as the index of country's development. For any nation, so how much of production and consumption of steel is found out, we can find out the how country is developed. It's also a heavy industry because for the iron and steel industry, large scale of investment is necessary. This is also a very heavy and bulky industry because the transportation cost also is very heavy because of the heavy transportation is needed. Now some quantities of manganese and iron ore, coking coal and limestone, all these are necessary for the production of iron and steel. Here we know that finished products also need an efficient transportation network. Most importantly, transportation network should be efficiently for the distribution of these raw materials from the iron and steel industry to the markets. So here in 2016, India ranked third among the world crude steel production because 95.6 million tons of crude steel was produced in India in 2016, making India or ranking India among the third among the world crude steel producers. So this is also, India is also producing the largest sponge iron. That means the direct reduced iron is also producing in India largely. As per 2016, here consumption of steel in the country was around 63 kilograms per year against the world average of 208 kilograms. So it has about 2016 per capita consumption in India was around 63 kilos per annum against the world average of 208 kilograms. Now mini steel plants are very smaller. We can find out some of the iron and steel industry is a heavy industry, but mini steel plants are also available in our country because of they have the smaller electric furnaces, use steel scrap and sponge iron also in the mini steel plants. They also have re-rollers and using the steel ingots as well. Also they produce the mild and alloy also for the steel production in our country. So small steel plants or the mini steel plants are also available in our country. Most of the public sector industries, we can find the iron and steel industry as largely in the public sector also. Okay, so all the production which are taking place even in the private sector also, whatever the goods in the iron and steel industry in the private sector also are produced here. But most of these public sector undertaking markets there through the markets their products, even it is public sector or private sector. These are all products which are produced in the iron and steel industry are marketed through the SAIL or the Steel Authority of India. These all come under the Steel Authority of India. In 1950s, China and India produced almost the same quantity of steel. Today, China is the largest producer of steel, and China is the world largest consumer of steel also. China produces the largest and even the largest producer and even consumer of steel in the world. In India, we can find out the Chota Nagpur Plateau region has the maximum concentration of iron and steel industries. So Chota Nagpur Plateau produces the largest or we can find the largest steel producing companies or the industries located in the Chota Nagpur region. So this is because it is largely because of the relative advantage in this region, the development of industry, because low cost of iron ore is available from this Chota Nagpur location in this region. High grade raw materials also available nearby, and cheap labor supplies. We know labor supply are very cheaply available in this region, and also we can find best quality of best efficient transportation facilities are also available in this locality. And so these all making the industries largely concentrate in the Chota Nagpur region. So here while we are producing in India, India is an important steel iron and steel producing country in the world, but we have some other problems also. Our country is also facing some of the problems, and that is one is high cost and limited availability of coking coal, lower productivity of labor. Productivity of labor is irregular supply of energy, that is most important. There is no regular supply of electricity, and poor infrastructure, that means road facilities or transportation facilities are not well developed in our country. That is one problem backing the making our the steel production backward. Also we import good quality steel from other countries. We do not have the better quality of steel production here, so good quality of steel we are importing from other countries also. So these are all problems have to be settled so that the best quality of iron and steel can be produced from our country, and we can export to other nations also in order to earn foreign exchange. So liberalization and foreign direct investment have given a boost to the industry. We have studied earlier classes, MNCs have, multinational companies have entered India. That is because of the liberalization and foreign policies of government, because we have studied government has made removed some restrictions or barriers of foreign trade. So that is what called the liberalization, free trade between other nations. Okay, so that these policies, liberalization and foreign policy, foreign trade policy, due to the interference of World Trade Organization, these policies of government has made recently, so that MNCs have entered India for a large scale establishment or investment of their companies in India. So these are all making or giving a boost to the iron and steel industry. So in the coming class we will study about aluminum smelting and other mineral based industries.